I am super eager and excited to finally be doing a video review over the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. I absolutely adore this series, and I've been such an Elsie Silver stan recently. It's almost embarrassing. However, she definitely deserves it. I believe that she was actually just nominated for top 10 authors on Goodreads for one of her other books, Wild Love, which is the first book of her newest series, the Rose Hill series. And I plan on doing a review over that book soon as well because I absolutely adored it as well. But for now, we're going to dive into the Chestnut Springs series, starting with Flawless, which is about Rhett Eaton, who is the youngest brother of the Eaton family, and Summer Hamilton. This is a cowboy versus city girl, also enemies to lovers trope. I absolutely love how Elsie wrote this book. She ties in all of the other main characters perfectly into this book. And I knew as soon as I read the first book of this series that I was going to read the entire series. And I'm so glad I did. This book I would have given a 4 out of 5 stars. But anyways, this is about Rhett Eaton, who is the youngest sibling of the Eaton family, and Summer Hamilton. Summer is hired on to essentially babysit Rhett after he has a bad interview. He is known to just kind of be rambunctious and a troublemaker, so Summer is watching out for him so that he doesn't lose any more sponsorships and money. As you can guess, they have undeniable attraction, and it's safe to say that Summer does not stay as a babysitter for very long. So 4 to 5 stars for this one. This book leads into my personal favorite of the entire series, Heartless. This book absolutely is my favorite, hands down. This is featuring Cade Eaton, who is the oldest brother of the Eaton boys, and Willa Grant, who is one of Summer's best friends. This is a single dad trope, along with being a grump for Sunshine. Cade Eaton is a single dad who is needing a nanny. And Willa Grant just happens to be available to be that nanny for him. Cade has a lot of personal development throughout this book as well because he is just so grumpy. He has a lot on his plate that he doesn't know how to manage anymore, which is just playing into his grumpiness, whereas Willa is such a playful spirit and just full of sunshine. So this book has the best smut, the best banter, all around just the best story in my opinion. I love how Elsie depicts these characters and how they complement each other so well. Cade and Theo, who I will mention here shortly, are definitely my favorite fictional boyfriends. So if you're not going to read the series, just go ahead and read Heartless and do yourself a favor. This book leads into the third book of the series, Powerless, which is personally my least favorite in the entire series. I would probably give this book a 3 out of 5 stars. This book is about Jasper, who is essentially an Eaton brother because the Eatons took him in at such a young age. However, he's not an Eaton by blood. And Sloane is the Eaton's cousin who would come into town for the summers, and that's how Jasper and Sloane know each other growing up. This book starts off with Sloane being engaged, and while she's at her wedding, somebody anonymously sent her a text message of her current fiance cheating on her. So she calls off the wedding. Jasper saves her. This is particularly not my favorite book in the series because they're both athletes, and I feel like it didn't focus on the cowboy vibe that Elsie had going on throughout the rest of the series. However, the storyline is there. This book has the most smut out of all the books. So depending on what you're looking for to read, this may be the book for you. However, 3 out of 5 stars from me. This book leads into my second favorite book of the entire series, Reckless, which is about Theo Silva and Winter Hamilton. Theo Silva is a bull rider and also happens to be a prodigy of Rhett Eaton, so that's how he's tied into this. And Winter Hamilton is Summer Hamilton's older sister. This is a really good dynamic full of personal development for both Thea and Winter. Theo is such a lover boy, whereas Winter is a lot more closed off and reserved. She is a practicing physician, so she focuses a lot on work and is basically just a boss babe, focusing on herself. She has a lot going on in her life as well. Like, she had to call off her wedding and file for a divorce and do all the things because her fiance had sexual relations with her younger sister Summer. So this goes back into Flawless. So these do have a really good connection between the two. However, Theo and Winter end up having a one-night stand. Winter ends up being pregnant, and then there's a big miscommunication between the two where at one point Theo doesn't know that he's the dad. And then that book just goes from there. I would give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely recommend this one, right behind Heartless with Kate and Willa. And then lastly, Hopeless, which is the last book of the series. This book is with Bo Eaton, who happens to be the middle brother of the Eaton family, and Bailey Jansen. This is a little bit of a forbidden romance, and there's so much personal development within this book too. I would give this book probably a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Bo is ex-military. He had something happen while he was overseas, so he comes back to town. He is getting a lot of attention that he doesn't want. He's dealing with PTSD, adjusting to an overall new life, whereas Bailey Jansen is hated by the town because of her older brothers, the Jansens. The Jansens and Eatons have a lot of beef. They're just overall rivals, and so they make a deal on having a fake marriage to kind of benefit each other, where Bo might not get as much attention, whereas Bailey Jansen will be more loved by the town, make it easier for her to find her own place, easier for her to find a new job. They make this deal to benefit each other. However, the fake marriage and the fake play doesn't last for very long because they have an undeniable attraction for each other, and it goes off from there. I particularly love how Elsie brings in her next series, the Rose Hill series, into this book. So after you read this book, you can easily go into the Rose Hill series and read about Willa's brother and all the new characters in Rose Hill. So round of applause for Elsie. I can't wait to read more of her series that I plan on reading, and I can't wait to do more reviews over them.